Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in. My name is James. I am a software quality specialist for Unique Digital Humans here in Auckland, New Zealand. I want to tell you about a friend of mine who lost her job recently because of COVID. It's a bit unfortunate. That's the times we're in at the moment. But I spent some time working with her on, helping her find another job. And man, we did all the right things. We were upskilling, we were putting her name out, we got her CV so it was polished and beautiful. And you know what? She's a really good candidate. She's a really good tester. She's so good at what she does. And yet we kept getting these interviews and just coming up short. We just couldn't land a job. Really, really frustrating, right? And then she reached out to a friend of hers, someone who she'd worked with previously, who said, yep, we've got an opening at the moment, and within a week she had the job and she was working. This whole experience, sort of trying over months to get a job, and then all of a sudden, just through one of her contacts being able to get something so easily, really hammered home the importance of having a good professional network. And the more I thought about it, I thought about my own career. Since graduating university, since starting my professional career, I've had 5 different jobs. 4 of those 5 have been the result of someone in my network helping me get in there. Only one of those was something I sort of applied to through traditional routes. So for me, 80% of the jobs I've had have come through my network. So I want to talk a little bit about how to build a good professional network today. The best professional networks are the people you've worked with, people that have seen you do your job, people that know what an amazing person you are to work with. These are the people that in the future are going to help you get other jobs. And the really important thing around this is that building your professional network doesn't happen when you find yourself without a job and needing to find a job. Building your professional network has to start way, way before then. While you're in the job, while you're doing your day-to-day work. So I'm going to tell you some tips that have helped me build that network in my day-to-day. My first point is a simple one, and that is just to know the names of everyone in your office and what it is they do. In many companies, that's completely achievable, right? If you're a company of sort of 100 or less people, you should be able to remember all the names of everyone and what their jobs are, so that when you talk to them, you have some context, you know who they are, you don't have that awkward, uncomfortable, I don't really know you, I don't know what to talk to you about thing. As companies get bigger, that gets a bit harder, but you could limit that to, know the names of everyone on your floor, or know the names of everyone in your location, for example. But there's really no excuse for not knowing who everyone is. It's really important in terms of doing your job, and it's really important in terms of building your network as well. The next thing is to always say hello to people. It can be really tempting in an office environment to just kind of ignore people as you're crossing each other in the hallway or in the kitchen or in the elevator, to stay silent. Especially for those of us that are introverted, you kind of don't want to break the silence. You'd rather just kind of ride this out and be done with it. But there's a whole lot of value that comes from just saying hello and making small talk. So I set a rule for myself to never let it go silent, to always say hello when you see someone, even if it is just hello, or even just a friendly eyebrow raise, just something to acknowledge their presence. It's even better if you can make conversation. How's your day going? How's your weekend? That sort of thing. But just an acknowledgement will do. It builds a bridge between the two of you, so that when you do have to interact with them later on, you at least know that there's some connection between you. Another important thing for building bridges with your co-workers is to always be available to help. That could be in terms of, someone needs some help testing something and you can pair up with them, to something as simple as helping bring the groceries in. The point is always being available, always being ready. People remember that, and simply a shared task together builds a relationship and something you can connect with later on. And my final point about building a good network in the place that you are is to maintain contact with people you work with, when they've left the company or when you've left the company, don't let those connections die out. It's important to continue meeting people for coffees, for lunches. Keep communicating on Twitter or on Facebook, wherever you do your sort of social networking. Just maintain that contact so that when the time comes that you need to lean on that social network, that professional network, should I say, that's open, and there's no worse feeling than I need to reach out to this person to get a job, but I haven't spoken to them for 4 years. It's much better to keep those connections alive. So those are sort of the tips, the practices I put in place in my places of work to maintain a good professional network. And so what you'll find is if you do these things over time, it doesn't happen straight away, you'll start to build up a really good professional network so that when it comes time to find a job, you'll have people to reach out to you who can help you. Not only that though, because a good professional network isn't just about finding jobs. A good professional network is having people to help you as well. And there have been a number of times where I've had a technical problem or even just a team problem, a people problem, and I've been able to reach out to my network, to people I know and go, hey, here's this problem I'm having. Have you ever experienced this? Can you help me with this? What would you suggest I do? There's more benefits than just finding jobs, right? This professional network of yours is good for so much more. And in fact, even more than that. So it's about finding jobs, but it's also about finding help. But it's also about having peers and a support network, because sometimes you just need someone to talk to. Sometimes you just need someone who can relate to problems you're having and understand. I have a number of people who I talk to about testing, and I don't have any sort of agenda. I just want to talk about the problems we're facing. Sometimes I want to hear about the problem they're facing, and it has a lot of value just knowing that you're not alone in this. And we're starting to talk less and less about a professional network now, and just more about maintaining good friendships and being good friends with people, and that's really what this is about. It's about having friends, maintaining friendships, and then your professional network just becomes a fringe benefit of your great friendships. Some of my best friends in the whole wide world are people that I work with or have worked with, and I'm really, really grateful to have them as friends. And they're a great professional network as well. So I hope that's been of use to you. It certainly has been something good for me to reflect upon. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.